And to tell you about Yoocasa, I'm first going to tell you about Thomas. Thomas is a 5-year-old kid. He lives in Paris, but pretty happy. His only problem is that his grandparents live in the south of France, and his uncle moved to the US for professional reasons. So they only gather once or twice a year, and the rest of the time, of course, they don't have access to this nice telepresence thing from that would be too expensive for their family. So what he only has is phone, Skype, and things like that, which are not really adapted for kids. The thing is that kids are not into discussion. Kids don't like to discuss. Kids like to play, like to do things together. And the psychologists we're working with are really explaining that, I mean, it is not interesting for them to discuss. What's interesting for them is to act and be in the now. So what we're allowing with Yoocasa is we're allowing them to really do things with the people who are important for them, who are their parents, grandparents, or their family. It's a short video, I hope it's going to work. It's a friend of mine who's been, she's, maybe I'm just going to do it straight away from there. So she's Dutch, she lives in Paris, but niece down there, so they see each other, they can talk to each other, and what they're currently doing is playing the hangman. So they're really interacting, and what's important for them is really what they are doing with this hangman game. They also did a coloring game, so they've been collaborating. You don't see really because it's far, but you have 2 pens on the drawing, and you can then really collaborate on the coloring and have a rich discussion about what color to do the sea star. So back to the presentation here. We also have a racing game for little boys. We also have checker game for older kids. So we're developing all nice games for kids to be really able to find what they really want to do at that moment and do it with their family. A bit less fun for the kids doing their homework, but sometimes grandpa is the mathematics guy of the family, and he's a bit far, so that's what Yoocasa allows in this interaction between the two people. Also a bit of organization of the family, like wish list, calendars, and things like that. Something we're working on is also a way to read a book. So read a book remotely by turning the page and seeing the same page and being able to read really a book, which is important for grandparents. So what we allow is in fact grandparents, recombined families, expatriates, and travelers, business travelers, to stay in touch with the people who are really important for them. So what we're doing is giving the pleasure of heart and home online for any family.
Perfect. Good pitch. No, stay here a little bit for questions. Yeah.
Will you open the API for developers to develop?
Yeah, that's part of the. We don't want to be the only one developing games and developing because we think it would be restrictive. So what we're going to do is we didn't want to go with an empty website. So where we develop the first games and the first activities, but of course it's going to be open later for. And also we're trying to find people who already have Flash games, and our technology allows it to be multiplayers, even though they're not at the originally, and to be able to monetize their games on our platform. Okay. Definitely.
So that will be a marketplace.
That would be some sort of. It won't be a completely open marketplace. We want to be sure that you don't have strip pockers or things like that online. So we're going to filter the games, but of course, yeah, it's going to be a way for the game developers to monetize their games on our platform. Because our business model, I think the question is going to come, is going to be on buying additional activities or buying additional options. So the basic service is free. What's online now is going to stay free. Is going to stay free, and we're going to sell additional services like games, activities, or things like that.
Yeah. How is it different from Live Messenger? I mean, you can play games in Live Messenger with your friends.
Yeah, what we offer to compared to Live Messenger is first an online experience, so it's in a web page, so you don't have to install anything. It's also protective for the kids, meaning that we recreate a small social network, which is your family, and then the parents have to validate if someone gets in touch with that. So there's a bit of parental control involved, and we also, for example, books or also the homework are activities which are not developed. I mean, MSN and Live are targeted at I think all the kids. We are really targeting the 4 to 12, or even younger, because kids start using a mouse even younger and younger. So 2 to 10, 12, and I think MSN start afterwards when they have friends and
yeah. About last question.
Yeah, is the grandpa version different from the parents version? I mean, is there something for old people, something for them? Or?
So to make it easier.
What we've done is we don't have a parent version. We only have a grandparent version that parents can use. So it's really we made it that simple to use, and we think that parents are also going to enjoy usability and ease of use. So that's why we. The only thing we're going to do is at the moment you have to be able to read to really use all the activities. We're going to develop something for really young kids who really need noise and pictograms to be really able to use.
Okay, thanks.